Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the finale for Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. Well, finale as in me streaming the whole thing. There is also going to be extra video, which is the best of video, which just makes the best of with the whole entire streaming playthrough. So there is at least that, but in regards to me streaming it, this is potentially the finale because, well, I'm still in extra mode and doing the finale. Well, me doing the extra mode for this game, and I'm just doing this with no abilities. Plus, I'll be tackling anything else that this game has to offer for me doing this whole thing. Also, not only am I doing this with no abilities, but I'm also tackling it with getting a 100% as well. Just a bit of a heads up, with extra mode, you have to do this whole entire thing with no abilities. Oh my god, okay, I think I may need stone for that, so I'm gonna have to revisit that level, just to be on the safe side. Oh, no I don't. Guess I don't. That helps. There we go. Yeah. Honestly, with the Wii U gamepad control, it fits quite well with my hands, honestly. It's not too bulky or not too small. It fits just right with my own hands. I feel it feels right. If you wish you could play more traditional games and only be able to play the Switch games, I mean, with the NSO, you could actually play Amazing Mirror, and you actually can do that with friends. Like, flat out, you can play Amazing Mirror online with friends. That's a pretty good accomplishment. By using the NSO. Like, I still wish playing and getting Game Boy Advance games is the same exact way as you can with the Gen 1 remakes, where you have to at least pay for them, but going local with friends, you can still do that with servers and whatever. Like, I wish you can flat out just still do that with GBA games. Like, either pay the NSO for like $50 a year, or whatever, or you just have to pay for each and every single one, though, you know? I thought that was the only expanded version of the, no, actually, there's two tiers of the NSO. You could either go with the one with, I think it's like $25 a year, and you can only play Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Game Boy Color games. And then the expansion pack allows you to play N64 games, Genesis games, and GBA games. I think you also may have to do the same thing for Virtual Boy games, but it's the Virtual Boy, so who cares? But I mean, the only good thing you want to at least get for the Virtual Boy is just Wario Land, and are you really gonna be getting the Virtual Boy thing only for one game and then ignoring the rest? Like, I love Wario Land as much as the next guy, but I'm not gonna be going for a Virtual Boy stream on my streams just for the sake of Wario Land. Come on here, let's not kid ourselves here. But honestly, with the Wii U gamepad, it feels kind of right on my hands. Like, I think there was like a common complaint with the with the Wii U gamepad is that the gamepad felt a bit bulky for the feel, and that using the Pro Controller was just a better way for the experience. But for me personally, I kind of liked both. I like both. Like, the feeling of the gamepad feels just right. The only con is just, well, to play Wii U games, the gamepad has to be near, and it really does cripple the gameplay experience. So that's kind of like the more objective flaw with the Wii U. Well, one of the more objective flaws with the Wii U that I flat out agree with. But I think when it comes to playing some of the old school Kirby games, I mean, duh, emulation, whatever. But you can also play them on the 3DS because I heard word on the street is that apparently it's easy to mod a 3DS. It is extremely easy to mod a 3DS and whatever. So there's that at the very least, I guess. But yeah, you could still mod like yourself like a 3DS and play like GBA games on it or whatever. Or if you really have the cash for it, get yourself a GameCube and the GBA player. And then from there, just get the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance Kirby games. If not, then you can always just get yourself a Wii or whatever, and then just... Oh wait, what am I talking about? Oh, nope, I don't need a Switch for that one. I could do it for that, but no. Yep. The only Wii U games to play is Splatoon 1, only game that has neither no... I mean, with Splatoon 1, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the only thing... Yeah, I feel like the gameplay experience for Splatoon 1 is just the same for Splatoon 2 and 3, so... I don't think there really is much of a reason to port Splatoon 1 to, like, the Switch 1 and 2. To the Switch 2. Get what I mean? Because it's just going to be the same Splatoon experience, but with less bells and whistles than the other two sequels. I think the only game that they haven't ported to the Switch from the Wii U jump was the Pokken tournament, like Pokken Fighters. Yeah, I think that's about it, just Pokken tournament essentially, that's about it. Yeah, I think that's the only game that hasn't been ported to the Switch. Let's see here. In the Wii U 3DS days, there was a thing called 3DS Video where Nintendo flat out put like full, like maybe like 3-minute snippets of videos. Like it didn't have to be fully Nintendo stuff. Like they actually let animators have a crack at doing it, and also like some skits too as well. Let's see here. Oh wait, message is a bit too big. The gameplay is the same. I went for the story mode, but oh, I see. Okay, okay. Pokken Tournament DX is perfect for the Switch. Really, Pokken was ported to the Switch? Really, no. Let me check, because I'm not sure if it is. Let's see here. Tournament systems. Let's see here. Oh, never mind. Pokken Tournament is on the Switch. My bad. Oh, my bad. But yeah, Pokken Tournament is actually on the Switch. That's my bad. Oops. Oops. That's honestly my mistake. Oops. I think the one game that could be reliable on the Switch is like a port of Kirby's Epic Yarn. Because that is just comfy vibes incarnate, and you can take that thing on the go. Huh. Like, people may be whining, oh, it's just another Kirby port, but it's a comfy Kirby port. Like, the comfiest Kirby port ever. Oh. Yeah, not gonna lie, chat member, that actually does sound like something you would actually play. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but it's something I could at least peg something that would be lining up with your interests. Like, it's Pokemon, and it's a fighting game. For all that matters to you, it's like peanut butter and jelly, or something like that. Yeah, that is my mistake. I really thought Pokken was not ported to the Switch. My bad. But yeah, Kirby's Epic Yarn would be great on the Switch. Like, and they also have the pastel Joy-Cons too? That could be a good winning combo. I mean, as long as the Wii version of Epic Yarn is ported and not the 3DS port of Epic Yarn, that would be better. Yeah, I kinda figured that one, Christopher Jones, 7023. Do-do. Do-do-do-do. Flat out, I love Epic Yarn. It was a good it was a good Wii game when it came out. Like, yeah, it's easy even for Kirby standards, but it's the vibes. It is flat out vibes the game. Comfy vibes the game. And I'm not gonna be complaining about good Kirby vibes. Come on here. It's cutesy, yes, but it's also really, really comfy. Like, I can flat out just seeing streamers just doing that as a nice chill stream. Like, as a way just to vent, yap, and relax. Like, yeah, streamers have, like, yapping and chill streams, but rarely are there games, to my recollection, are there any games that are good for the chill variety. And what I mean by that, I mean like actual chill games. Oh yeah, that's right, this one too. Hup. Ow. This one too. This is one of the more trickier ones for the Switch puzzles. No. Yeah. Okay, try again. At least I can re-enter the door anytime I want. There we go. Ow. As per usual with this particular challenge, since it's the extra mode, I'm just going with no abilities, but I only go with abilities just for the sake of puzzle solving, and that's it. Or if it's not really mandatory. And so you know a guy who does this, his streams are relaxing at times, even if he does play horror games at times. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. It's like like playing horror games for chill streams aren't a bad idea. I'm just saying that that Kirby's Epic Yarn is just the perfect way for a chill stream. Like a nice turn your brain off, relax, and chill. That's how good the vibes are with Epic Yarn. The only reason why it's stupidly easy for Kirby standards is because Kirby's invincible throughout the entire game. There's no copy abilities, Kirby is invincible. Flat out, Kirby can't die. The only thing he loses when he gets hurt is just currency. And that currency just is used just to customize your apartment. Like, you got a full-on studio apartment with an Epic Yarn. You get that, and with the beads that you collect for his currency, you can customize the apartment to have more stuff in there to decorate it. So it's Kirby with a slight hint of Animal Crossing. If you love Animal Crossing with its customizing options. There's no villagers to interact with, I think. Well, you can interact with tenants, though. Like, it's not entirely in the same vibes as Animal Crossing, but it's Animal Crossing-like. Yeah, dang you. Yeah, it is a good, comfy, chill time. Flat out, you could play this game and just turn your brain off. And the only active thing that you want to do is just the usual Kirby 100% ritual. And even then, yeah, that's just the only active thing you want to be going for. It's because, again, the final boss with Yin Yarn, that's the game's bad guy, is also just as brain-deadly easy. Because again, Kirby can't die, and Kirby's just given multiple Yarn forms. It is! It really is! And I love that about Epic Yarn. It's really chill. It is stupid chill. Like, it might be thinking, oh, the music's just gonna be beep boops and beep bops. No, not really. I think it's orchestrated too. Like, some of the tunes, like some of the boss fights are gonna be more intense, because that's the point of them. Gonna be coming back to that one, making a note of that. Because I need hammer. But yeah, it is a nice, comfy time. That's the point of our song 3166. It's a great chill time stream. Like, that's the game I crave Nintendo to give a Switch port to. It is comfy. Like, think of those lo-fi chill beat streams. You know, that one with the girl that's just doing art over and over again, the same animation GIF loop. And the music that plays with it being so chill. Kirby's Epic Yarn is just that kind of thing, and it fits perfectly for it too. Do. Oh, gotta keep Hammer for this, because I need it for the Switch. To activate the Switch, because Hammer is both good underwater and is good for, well, those steel blocks underwater. If it wasn't underwater, I could use stone, since it's below me, but if it's above me, also Hammer as well, but if it's right next to me, burning also works, but not in this case. Yeah, that's one of the benefits for Kirby's Epic Yarn. Plus, it's good for kids, too. Like, really good for kids. Like, yeah, there's gonna be the hard parts for Kirby games where the bosses are gonna be trickier, and what have you. No, Nintendo can still cook. Nintendo can still cook up a mean game. Trust and believe, brother. Mario Odyssey, the 2 Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom is like a 1-2 knockout punch of good Zelda content in the modern era. Also, I feel Metroid can cook too. Like, even if people say it's fine, but it is a fine Metroid game. Plus, there's also Metroid Dread for a good modern Nintendo goodness. So yeah, Nintendo can still cook. It's just with different quality, it's just with different tastes for people in fandoms, you know? There we go. Getting rid of this. And now with Heavy Mole with no abilities. And I can actually show off Heavy Mole without cheesing the game, because Hammer is a bona fide boss killer. Is Metroid Dread a good intro to the series? I'm not sure. Because, funny enough, Dread was my first Metroid game that I've played and beaten. I think, to my memory, for what Metroid fans consider a good introduction to Metroid, is to play the Game Boy Advance port of the first Metroid game, which was Metroid Zero Mission. Because I believe Zero Mission is just not only a port of the original Metroid, but also gives you a map to help you know where things are to unlock for goodies and what have you, and helps you to avoid getting lost, which was a big detriment to the to the OG Metroid. Like, I love the exploration bit, but yeah, unless if you have a map on hand or know the areas by heart, you really are gonna get really lost really easily with Metroid 1. Or with some of the other Metroid classics, like Super Metroid, Metroid 2, and what have you. This is what Heavy Mole does. Chaotically digs up, down, and everywhere. And occasionally will shoot out a missile. And so you just spit the missile right back out to go with Heavy Mole. Hold on. No, that's a regular one. I want to at least show off the red one. Come on, give me a red one. Nope, not that. But yeah, playing Kirby's Epic Yarn is stupidly chill. I really love it for that. And speaking of chill, here's what the red one does. Sleep! So yeah, you really do not want to inhale the red ones. Because it's a really good way for you to get killed, because not only is the boss moving, it's also an auto-scroller for the screen too as well. So like, let's say if you're having to activate the sleep by accident, and the screen moves up towards you and on top of you, that counts as a death because the screen automatically crushes you. And like that too as well. There we go. Which makes Heavy Mole pretty difficult for a boss. Because on one instance, you can also have an ability that could wreck the boss in half, which is Hammer, or you accidentally inhale the red one, which gives you sleep, which makes you a sitting duck for either going into bottomless pits or being crushed by the auto-scroll. So yeah, that's just me gushing about Epic Yarn, because you can flat out customize a full-on apartment, like studio apartment. Not like a house, but you do get a studio apartment and a landlord. The landlord's really chill, too, as well, so he really doesn't charge your rent. Like, the landlord just says, hey, this is what blah 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 is. Oh, wait, I don't need this. This is throw. I don't need that. No, I don't need that. Oops. Yeah, that's just giving me throw, Kirby, and I don't think throw's ever been used in puzzle solving for this game, so no. I think I may need hammer. I think. Gotta look and see about that. Yep, I need hammer. Bingo, nice! First try, baby. Let's go, first try. Nice. And this I could have either gone with stone or hammer, but let's just go with hammer, just to be on the safe side. It also helps that all these enemies are piled up 2 by 2, which gives you mixed Kirby, which lets you go with the ability roulette wheel. But you have to tap the button very quickly on the ability that you want to get, or else it'll choose for you. Let's see here. I don't think there's any other Wii games or Wii U games that I really want to see ported to the Switch and Switch 2. Because flat out Splatoon has Splatoon 2 and 3 that was done on the Switch. Mario Kart 8 is just deluxe, and we all know that was a success story. I mean, maybe Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, maybe, but, you know, that more relied on stylus controls. And that's what Scorpions do when you're trying to inhale them. They flat out explode. Like, after a due amount of time, the Scarfy will just flat out explode after chasing you. Yep. So don't inhale them. Ow! Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh boy, I need stone or hammer. No. Alright, gonna have to come back again. Nuts. Ah, come on. Do 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 do. I mean, at least with Nintendo, when they cook, they cook. Even when they flat out put out a game that you don't like, it's at least mediocre at best, depending on taste or what the public says. At least it's mediocre at its very worst. It's not like an outright stinker. Thankfully. Because I know when you're a Metroid fan, you don't want to see or hear anything about Federation Force. Oy vey. Ha! Don't need that. I need hammer or stone. Ugh. So again with wheel. I don't need wheel. Shoot. Come on, a little bit of patience. Gotcha! Nice. A bit more switch presses, and we'll be a-okay to go. If I'm not mistaken, the only time for nasty switch presses is in World 7 for Rainbow Resort is like the final level. And yeah, that's about it. I don't really need to go out of my way for the one in Rainbow Resort again for that nasty one, because that gives me a whole bunch of extra lives. I remember that lesson very painfully clear. Ow! Gimme. Thank you. Oh boy. Also, if anyone's trying to watch part 2 of the stream and thinking, what the hell happened to part 2? YouTube antics. It's not a copyright issue or me violating the guidelines. For some odd reason, it's saying processing, like the stream is processing, please give it some time. And I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. That was over a week ago. And it still says processing. Please let the stream process, but all my other streams, I've been able to get them streamed and processed all within one go. So what's up with that? You know, that really is, like, no excuse, guy. Come on here. Ugh. Oh, wait, I don't need to go there, do I? Maybe I do need hammer for this. Oh, ow! Yeah, I do need hammer to get across. Okay. Do that. Get across. Oh boy. Oh, nope. I need a laser. God damn it, I need a laser. Ow! Prick. Okay, no. Ow, oh, come on here. Ugh, come on here. There we go, finally. You need laser for this. You don't need fire, but you need laser. And I like how the game kind of tricks you into thinking, oh, I need fire because fire always lights up the switch. No, because laser is the only ability that you can use that can actually light up the fuse in time. Like that. And there we go. Kind of a good, clever gotcha moment, and I appreciate, and I dig that. More games should at least have that kind of clever gotcha moment of, oh, you'll need this, but you need that, to actually get that little 100% completion bonus. Like, I like it in a way that it's not entirely jerkish, but in a way of, oh, that's a clever gotcha. Like, it's not gonna be a major setback or anything, like, it's just a minor one that'll at least take a bit of time, but not too much time. Like, I like it when a game gets clever and cute as a way to be submersive, but not too cute and clever. Thinking, oh wow, we're good at screwing the audience, we're good screw the audience gag, but you just wasted time, like a whole heaping load of time, just to be clever and cute. But with that Kirby thing with the part 2 of the stream, yeah, I recently uploaded a video of it. Thank goodness I still have the backup for that. Thank goodness for that. Ugh. I think it is. I honestly feel like Showtime is worth playing. Like, it's a good second solo Peach game. That's something. Like, there's Princess Peach, Super Princess Peach on the DS, which is good. And then there's Showtime, which is also good, too. Like, if you're a Sailor Moon fan, then it's like that magical princess thing where she gets, like, different outfits that give her different abilities. Like, one gets her be a professional fighter, another one lets her be a detective, one lets her be a master thief, all that stuff. And also one, that lets her be a master chef. Yeah, next month, I mean, this month is Mario month. It's March. It is flat out the first day of March. But specifically, March 10th is Mario Day. So, it doesn't have to flat out be Mario month. But you can make it if you want, but yeah, you can make it if you want. You could do the same thing with May 10th, because May 10th also can be lined up as Mario, May 10th, March 10th, 2 opportunities to make it for Mario Month. Also 2 opportunities to make something about Wario, too. Due to the simple fact, Mario, Wario, potato, that too. Yeah, I almost forgot the Mario Galaxy movie is coming out next month on April Fool's Day. That's weird. Like, I'm not angry about the release of the film being on April Fool's Day of all things, but I expected this thing to be like a summer release. Like it's an obvious slam dunk for profit. You put a Mario movie, you put a sequel to a Mario movie that did gangbusters at the cinema, regardless of perception by the audience and critics. You do it at the summertime when kids are out of school, you shill the hell out of merch, and you make more than enough what's needed to make enough money back from spending on the movie and what have you. Flat out, you could just make a whole bunch of money by just doing the whole Mario movie thing during the summer. That's just my take. That's just my opinion, basically. Oy. Oh. I think one of them I'm gonna need burning for. I think it's World Level 6 I'm going to be needing either burning or wheel. No, burning. It's burning. It's definitely burning. Ow. With extra mode, the game is still the same, except Kirby's health is halved. Like in the base game, his health is 6, meaning you can take extra hits. In extra mode, his health is halved down to 3, giving it more of a challenge. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the same exact challenge that you get during Kirby's Adventure for the extra mode. Let me double check. Kirby Adventure extra game. Here we are, extra mode. Let's see here. Oh, okay then. Yeah, in extra mode, your health is also halved as well. So yeah, it is flat out the same exact thing. Kirby's Adventure, activating all switches, blah blah blah. It starts with 2 lives instead of 4, and gives him 3 health instead of 6. But yeah, I'm flat out right with that. With Kirby's Adventure and in Nightmare in Dreamland, it starts you off with less health. It is still the exact game, but with less health. And I'm gonna need fire for this. Thankfully, I already got everything done. But the thing is, you're gonna have to really race to the finish with this one. You cannot take your time with this one. Nope. There we go. Okay. Ow. Light the fuse, and really get yourself a move on. Oh boy. Get down. Just in time. Really nasty, really tough switch to get to if you're not quick on your feet. You really need to dash and to run, and also to make sure to, well, activate the switches along the way. Although I feel it's better to activate the bomb pillars before you activate the switch. Before you light the fuse, my mistake, is what I meant to say. Okay, gimme burning. Whoa, boy. Oh, Nelly. I can try with hammer. I can try again with hammer. I can certainly try. Whew. Just in time with hammer. Preferably burning helps, because with hammer you run the risk of dying, but hammer and burning are the way to go for that switch. And so with all the switches activated for World 6, I can just go on and go my merry way. And yeah, that's all the switches done for Nightmare in Dreamland. So yeah, all I have to do is just beat the rest of Extra Mode and anything else associated with the game as well. Like all the mini games, I'm going to be doing. Anything else, I'll also be doing as well. Ow! Okay, just wait for it. Huh. Ow! Oh boy! Whew. Ow. Ow. Damn it. Huh. Ooh. Ooh boy. Inhale. Spit out. And we're good there. Invincibility candy does the same thing as it would for Mario. It makes you invincible for a certain amount of time and also makes you faster. Nuts. You can't really be fast enough with the candy for it to help you out with the Meta Knights fight. Hup. Ow. Da 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 da. Oh, there we go. With the Meta Knights, you can always use abilities on them, but it can be a bit difficult since if you're hit hard enough, you lose the ability. So most likely you will have to at least go with using no abilities just to inhale and spit them out. Down and up again to get more points that don't matter. And we're good there. Alright, now for the rematch with Meta Knight on Extra Mode. This is another instance where an ability is pretty much mandatory because I can't really select to not have Sword, but I have to have Sword on me because it's mandatory. It's a Meta Knight fight. And there we go. Even on Extra Mode, I could just go Unga Bunga and just hit him for all I need to. I could just be Unga Bunga mode and just hit him. Like 3 pieces of health. 3 is more than enough to take care of Meta Knight there. Get rid of you. And we're good. I'm thinking, do I need an ability for this? No. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's just the hidden door thing and the last level for Rainbow Resort, and that should be about it. Because I remember the switch that was also kind of annoying. Yeah. Oh, wait. No? No, I'm wrong. I'm very much wrong. I'm pretty sure Beam and Burning help out massively in this for the Switch. Yeah. Yeah, I'm remembering now. Yep. Beam and Burning help out massively for this. Ow. Ow! Come on here. Ugh. I mean, Burning can also help out in all this. Ugh. You just have to at least get one bit of the wall done and dealt with. Jump and then Burning spam. Yeah, I'm wrong. There is actually 2 switches that need to be dealt with. One that involves Burning and Beam, or Burning, or just Beam. Well, Burning/Beam, or just Burning as a whole if you want to only use Burning. And then there's just the secret exit one. Huh. Here we go. Also, let's say if you're panicking and you died, like after beating the level that has the switch and you press the switch, no need to worry. The game automatically will save it for you. It'll save it for you, and you'll be a-okay from there. Okay, I'm not gonna survive this, so I'm just gonna die purposely. Oh no, my points. What will I do without the points? Oh, brother. I'm gonna try to see if I can at least beat all these bosses without the need for me to use abilities. Well, I mean, I'm sick. I'm gonna try and see if I can beat all the sub-bosses without having to die over and over again. And you can enjoy the music, because it's an original track. Well, 2 original tracks from the game, actually. Because the one that you hear when you fight Dedede, King Dedede at the end of the world is also original, and this one too as well. So, enjoy. And there we go. Teabag again, I dare ya. What do you mean, like this? More like this? Kirby's just crouching. He's just crouching, I don't know what you're talking about. Blech. Ow. Let's see here. The next thing on the docket for the channel is essentially just being more consistent with Yakuza, just at least finish the game off, to make room for more projects, and also the finale for X2, and moving on with the rest of the X series. Also, let me check something just a quick sec. Let's see here with my posts. And yeah, actually. I mean, it's been at least a few days since I made the... There's essentially a poll I made within my channel to look and see for gauge for Mega Man content. The 40th anniversary for Mega Man as a whole for the entire series and franchise is next year, in December. But I want to at least gauge something with the community. To gauge you guys with my community and my viewers as a whole. Yay or nay on me making a redo on all Mega Man content that I've made with the entire channel. That includes replaying Mega Man 1 to 11, the Game Boy games, and Mega Man and Bass. To look and see if it's for a yay or a nay for me to redo them all. And from what I've seen within the past 4 days of me making that poll, there have been 3 votes that support the whole thing. Maybe with a little bit of extra bells and whistles to make it a bit more unique. And yes, there actually has been. So that's a good thing, that's a positive thing. Also, I'm gonna make me a small poll right here and now. Since I already got me like a nice studio audience right here. I would say captive audience, but I can't really say captive audience, ooh. Because apparently that violates the 8th Amendment or whatever. Let's see what we got. And a little poll right here. And there we go. Made myself a little poll just to gauge for engagement. Just made a poll for you all to put within chat below to look and see if you all want me to do this as well. I would have at least said it publicly, but I want to at least engage chat. Have them engage and comment below, and what have you. And for those that haven't watched or are not able to watch the stream live at this particular moment in time, I'll make it a poll eventually. Like, I'll give it a few more days, maybe a couple weeks or so, to go for it. Ah. Easy. There we go. Whoa. Yeah. Oh boy. Ow. Whew. Better that enemy than me, to be honest. Ugh. You. Yeah. Yep. Gotta pay more attention to that. Ow. There we go. Out of the way. Slide below. And there we go. Float right on up. For nothing. I generally thought there'd be something at the bottom, but I guess not. Okay, no switch. Whew. Really gotta be careful with that one. The explosion radius is also pretty big. Like that. Like, you really, really have to be careful with that. Oof. Ooh, that was close. Yeah. Ugh, yeah, that first one can be really deadly if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, eventually you're gonna have to spit out a little miniature wheelie, eventually. Thank you. But yeah, I think, yeah, I'm obviously gonna be seeing the Mario movie, the Galaxy movie, when it comes out. I'm more again, still surprised it's not a June release. Again, the money is right there, but again, the money will still follow. I think they're kind of banking on a summer release for the DVD. That's my best guess. But again, you know, maybe there might be some other big hit summer releases. Maybe, I don't know. Like, if it's like Toy Story 5 that's coming out in the summer. Again, someone can correct me with this in chat as well. Like, oh, if it's Toy Story 5 that's going to be coming out in the summer, then that makes a lot more sense, because Nintendo and Disney going at it on the same box office weekend, yeah, someone's going to lose and it ain't going to be Disney. Especially when it's a heavy hitter like Toy Story, regardless of how many movies that they've made. It's not going to be an easy battle for Nintendo. But yeah, that game over thing will just be Nintendo if they try to battle against Disney in the movies. On the same box office weekend, although that would be cool to see. Oh boy. Ooh. Whew. Oh no! Yeah, that explosion radius is pretty beefy. Ugh. With the mini-boss tower, I think you fight some of the mini-bosses, but not all of them. I think. Because you don't really fight the Grand Wheelie, and you don't really fight the Clock mini-boss as well, so... There's that, and you also don't fight Mr. Frosty as well. I think it's more of the tougher mini-bosses, which is kind of a shame. But again, this is more of a remake of Kirby's Adventure, so, you know, there's that. Whew. Just in time. Go down, and there we go. I don't need to do this one because this does not lead for 100% completion. This leads to extra lives, if you need to. It's one of the more tougher ways to get 100%. They really want to make you work. They really make you work for that one. Up we go. Level 6, and there we go. As a kid, I've never realized this was a reimagining of Dreamland, Kirby's Dream Land. So, this game is a remake, which has a remake, so it's like a remake of a remake, essentially. It's a remake of Kirby's Adventure, and the level itself has a remake of Kirby's Dream... Yeah. The game itself is a remake of Kirby's Adventure, and the game itself, the source itself, that it's remaking from, has a remake of Kirby's Dream Land. So, if you like remakes, then it's a remake within a remake. Technically. How did they rip off of Mario for this level? This is a remake of Kirby's Adventure, Kirby's Dream Land. Like, all 4 worlds of Kirby's Dream Land are short enough to put within this one little level. How is this a rip-off of Mario? How? Like, you're going to say, oh, but the platformer is a rip-off of Mario. Buddy, please don't do that. You're just embarrassing yourself. Like, it's not like Nintendo made a copyright of the platformer genre. That'd be stupid as all get out, even for Nintendo. Like, even for Nintendo's ways to make money, that'd be dumb for Nintendo to do. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The level details. Oh. I mean, whatever, I guess. I'm not really seeing of how it ripped off of Mario because the whole black and white thing... Maybe? I don't know. I don't know, because the whole black and white thing is just more derivative of Kirby's Dream Land, because the whole thing for the Game Boy was black and white. Like, it's either black and white, or black, white, and gray, or puke green. Like, cartoon puke green. And this is the only other Switch in World 7. Like, there's the beam/burning puzzle for you to do, and then there's the whole, you know... And then there's this. You have to go within the moon itself, and... you have to go within the moon itself, like right there, and then big old plop it down. And then from there, that's all done and dealt with. Okie doke then. Alright, every switch is pressed. Everything is done. Now to deal with DDD and Nightmare yet again. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to stay silent just to flex on DDD for the whole thing. And also, I kind of love the music for the fight between DDD and the remade theme for The Fountain of Dreams. Like, I love the track in both here and the original. I really do like it. But mostly for the GP because, not just for nostalgia purposes for the childhood thing, but it's a really good remade track. All the tracks are really good for being remade like this. Flat out, you wouldn't think that without someone telling you or looking at the source material for Kirby's Adventure that it was just remade. You wouldn't think that at all. You wouldn't. You really wouldn't. I do know that the Fire Red and Leaf Green ports are out for the Switch, which is fine. It's good streaming material. The only con I have against it is that there's no language select for the whole thing. You have to flat out buy another copy that has the language that you want to go for, which is really stupid. Like, imagine Modern Pokemon doing that whole thing. It'd be bad for business. It's a dumb decision. But why would they do it like that for this particular thing? It's really stupid. It really is just stupid. Like, you don't see video games just giving you a different copy just for the sake of language selection. You see them all giving it all away within modern settings, or you just see it flat out done from the ground up. So why the hell would they flat out just go with the whole thing for a different language for Fire Red and Leaf Green for the ports? It's still dumb. I will never agree with that kind of business decision. Even if it's just for a small old-school port or whatever, I don't care. It's really stupid. It's really just brain dead, to be fair. But this is the Pokemon Company, so expect brain dead decisions. Expect brain dead decisions and people just to go with, "Oh, but shut up, Boomer, let me enjoy the game." Yeah, sure, why not? Just pay up another $20. Free to play the game in Japanese or in Spanish. Alright. Oh, wait, I already read the pause description thing for this whole thing. Okay, same. The entire thing is just the same thing with Nightmare. Like you're thinking, oh, maybe the boss patterns will be different for DDD and Nightmare. No, it's just the exact same. Then easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nightmare is defeated in one fallen swoop and 2 lives left. Extra mode is now done. And with one little teabag. You're amazing! You are amazing! You are amazing! You are amazing! 100% complete. Extra mode is now done and done. Well, yeah, that's the whole entire thing with Extra Mode. Extra Mode is just flat out just the same exact game, but your lives and ability, lives and healths are halved. Yeah, my mistake. Let me double check with Nightmare and Dreamlight just to be on the safe side with us. Let's see. Nope. Just for the sake of double checking things, yeah, it does seem like it actually. Yeah, if anything. Yeah, your lives are down to 3, and your health is also down to 3 as well. So you have 3 lives and 3 health to tackle on the entire game. All the sub-bosses, everything else is unchanged from the entirety of the base game. So if you're thinking, oh, it's going to be extra challenge because the enemy is hit harder, no, you're still hit with 1 piece of health per hit. So it does at least make it for a nice extra challenge without making things too cheap. I mean, that is a nice detail. Honestly, I thought with the extra game, the enemies or the mini-bosses would be looking different, but no, they look the exact same between the base game and the extra mode. So there is that at the very least. Ooh, and as a bonus, as a lovely bonus, as a fantastic bonus, you can play Meta Nightmare mode. I'm not sure if Meta Nightmare mode is for... Hold on here. Let me check here. Oh, you just have to play extra mode. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. And 100% completion is the Superstar ranking, with both Superstar and regular done as well. So the thing is, with Meta Nightmare mode, to get it, all you have to do is just beat extra mode. That's it. And we're gonna be playing extra mode. Oh, Meta Nightmare mode, sorry. Meta Nightmare. Meta Knight has set out to practice his swordplay. Use his blade to clear the way. You cannot save. This is just playing throughout the entire game as Meta Knight. Yep. He can fly, he can swing his blade. He can't really do the spin. Well, he can at least slide with his sword. But the fancy moves you were thinking from Smash Brothers and what have you, no, he doesn't have that. It's just standard Meta Knight sword, but he is at least stronger than Kirby, essentially. Also, this is just extra mode, except you're strapped with sword. So I hope you like playing extra mode, because you're gonna be playing this thing twice. Also, to fly, you have to tap the A button repeatedly. You have to really just tap that whole thing repeatedly. And this is my first time actually playing Meta Nightmare mode too. Nope, you can't really do the same thing with Kirby where... Oh, he also has a set of moves too. B is the standard slash, A to jump, you have to do that. You can't really press up repeatedly, so you have to really match the A button in order for you to fly. Down slash A or B to slide with the sword. Down B is a downward slash, and up B is that as well. So that helps. One thing with Meta Nightmare mode, as you've seen, there's no switches for you to do. There's no switches for Meta Knight to press. It's just a straight buzz speed run throughout the entire game. Does he get a 3-hit slash? 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's just a standard sword slash. Never mind. Also, the up slash can also be done in the air, so that's good. Hup. The downward slash sends you crashing down towards the ground, but also it's a nice sword slash. So, that's pretty cool. Yep, no minigames for Meta Knight to do. So, there's that. It is just a straightforward speed run for Meta Knight for him to do. For you to do when you're playing as Meta Knight. And that's your reward for the whole thing. That's pretty nice. So it's not just the minigames, it's not just the extra mode for Kirby Nightmare and Dreamland. It's also a chance for you to play as Meta Knight as well, which is pretty cool. Huh. Ow. At the very least, you're not entirely defenseless, so you do actually have his sword. You can do the up slash, the down slash, and what have you, but the only con is just that, well, you can only just have only 3 pieces of health. It sucks, but it is a nice extra. And yes, I will be playing throughout the entirety of Meta Nightmare in this stream as well, and checking out all the minigames. Like I said, Meta Knight is stronger than Kirby with his sword. With standard sword Kirby, you'd need at least a few good sword slashes and just to dodge the mini-boss. Meta Knight, you can just go unga bunga and just hit the mini-boss with no care in the world. Oh boy. Ow. At least he still gets the invincibility candy, that's good. And he's going to be fighting Wispy Woods. Yeah, like I said, Meta Knight is tougher than Kirby in this aspect. He's tougher than Kirby, but he's also the glass cannon. In this aspect. He's a yeah. Meta Knight is the glass cannon in this game. Because the simple fact, he butchers mini-bosses and regular bosses too. But at the cost of having half the health and half the lives as well. And also not that fancy aerial sword spitting slash move, so there's a con to that. Like, I feel that aerial sword slash move is good for mobility and all-around defense. But sadly, no. Huh. There's no special game over screen for Meta Knight when you game over. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Ow. Okay. Gonna check on the vote, the poll right now. Still 2 votes, and actual yays for this one, too. That's pretty good. Not gonna say what the poll is, because I want to at least wait me a few more days for the first poll to look and see for engagement. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. I honestly love the attention to detail that they've made for this remake. Seriously, say what you will about Kirby being baby easy and brain dead simple. But the remakes for Kirby have a solid track record for being excellent. There's Nightmare in Dreamland, there's Superstar Ultra, there's Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which is also really good too as well. And also technically Superstar, because technically... No, I can't really count Superstar as a remake, because... Yeah, the Spring Breeze mode is a remake of Kirby's Dreamland, but come on. A literal game just only doing Kirby's Dreamland is not going to be doing much. It really won't. So, like, yeah, I can't really count Superstar as a remake. But the aspect of Return to Dreamland, Superstar Ultra, and Nightmare in Dreamland, all perfectly great track records to show that the series actually has a good time to remake some of its older games. Like, really, really good track record. Underwater Meta Knight also has his same moves. Yep. Same moves underwater, the same sword slash underwater, and also the same up aerial slash and the same downward crashing down slash as well. Underwater. So you don't really need to worry about him not having any attack moves or attack potency underwater. Thankfully, Thankfully, with future entries when you play as Meta Knight, playing as him is a lot smoother. Especially in regards to him flying. The whole mashing A repeatedly, yeah, that's still the same, but it feels a bit clunky here. It's just for my first time experience playing all this. It feels a wee bit clunky, but not really a deal breaker. Ugh, boy. Gotcha. Ugh, really have to be feeling for health here. Ugh. and I can really tell the Meta Knight mini-boss runs are going to be a bit of a hassle for me to tackle, because flat out going with a vanilla Kirby is actually the quickest way to actually be dealing with all this. Yeah. Huh. Ow. Seriously, that's a really good sword slash for it to be dealing with two enemies at once. Oh no, that's mostly just because of my positioning. Behold, Unga Bunga antics. Seriously. Meta Knight is the glass cannon for this game. It's really good. Like, because I really do not need to be going to dodge the mini-boss because of all this. It is stupidly tough. It's a shame that he is just more of the hard mode, but it's a good hard mode. It's a hard mode in the aspect of you do more damage, but you take more damage, essentially. Because you have less health. It's not that he has poor... Yeah, he just has less health and more attack. So, either go with Kirby for the standard normal mode, or essentially just Meta Knight for being a glass cannon and hitting everything, Unga Bunga style. It's like having the hammer ability, but it's just converted into a sword. In the aspect of, it just tears mini-bosses apart. And I'm assuming it'll tear apart every other boss apart, too, as well, on top of it. And so, Arasung 3166, I noticed the comment at the end of part 2. I noticed, and I know. I know about the Meta Nightmare part at the end of part 2 within the stream. I just wanted to at least be quiet, just to not spoil things. For those that actually watched the stream live before YouTube Antics decided to make the whole thing a pain just for people to not watch, that didn't catch the whole thing live. Seriously, I have no idea how that happened either. Flat out, I didn't do anything at all to make that whole thing not watchable. Everything was in right condition for policies and what have you. There was no copyright antics, no nothing. For some odd reason, it was just stuck on, oh, give it some time to process. Don't know why that's like that, but here we are. Here we are, that's why. I don't know why, but here we are. I guess. Ow. Oh boy. Yeah, come on here. That's better. Any chance that you'll get for extra lives and health with an extra mode and Meta Nightmare mode, you really are going to want to have those chances as well. Excuse me. Sorry for the burping, that was rather rude. Excuse me for that. Let me check the votes. Still 2 votes, but yeah, it's still cool, I guess. Ow. Also, the stream's doing pretty good in numbers-wise. 23 views, that's pretty good. I'm saying this as the sake of appreciation. Not in the aspect of, we need to do more numbers, guys. You know, I'm not gonna be fiending over the numbers. Like, if I make enough viewers and subs just to make this a viable financial thing, yeah, I'll still be the same old FLDV93. You don't need to worry about me going the way of greed, you know? Why do I keep doing that? Ugh. But yeah, if I go the way of popularity for streamers, the way of, oh wow, he made like 1 million subs and 1 million views a pop. You don't need to worry about me going greedy or whatever, you know? Unga bunga, hit stuff hard. Unga bunga, hit stuff hard. Beat this boss in 2 20 seconds. Would you believe it won't be a few games until Kirby actually learns this up-slash move? Flat out, only Meta Knight can do this move. So yeah, Meta Knight is confirmed to the glass cannon because he ripped through a paint roller in no time flat. Yeah, I took damage because, yeah. But Meta Knight just tears through bosses and mini-bosses like butter. Flat out, if he had more health, he'd be a viable candidate for Boss Breaker in this game besides, you know, the usual candidates like Hammer and Tornado, because Tornado does do damage. It may not do as much damage as, say, Hammer. Or, like, yeah, like, Tornado may not do as much damage as, say, Hammer. But at the end of the day, it also is a good boss candidate because the simple fact, well, you can flat out just tear through bosses because of how fast Hammer moves. Flat out. Hammer moves Tornado moves really fast for its mobility, and you will need that because of how the bosses move. Like, there will be bosses that will move left, right, side, jump, and what have you. All sides of the arena. And that does help for Tornado's case, because it's Tornado, Stone, and Hammer that really are the most reliable for bosses in Kirby games. Tornado's good because of its damage output and its radius and its speed radius. Like, all you have to do is just keep pressing B and holding B for Tornado to keep on flying, and you could just move left and right and sideways. Hammer and Stone are good for bosses because they are busted for damage. Stone also because, in simple fact, you're invincible, so it's a good beginner ability for it. Like you can just remain in Stone form up until the boss is away from you, and that way you can outright just get out of Stone, fly with the Stone, and then go right back to the boss and hit them with going into Rock form. And Hammer is good because Hammer is good for mobility because you can just keep moving up, down, left, and right, and just fly to maneuver to get yourself out of the way. Ow. Ugh. But Hammer is good because it does stupid amounts of damage. Like, Hammer is notorious for being a boss killer. Ow, ow, ow. Ow. Regardless of the amount of deaths I'll be going for, I have with Meta Nightmare mode, I'm still going to be beating the game as Meta Knight. But you might be thinking, oh, there's switches for Meta Knight, like what I pressed earlier. No, there really isn't a 100% thing for Meta Nightmare. For, like, let's say, oh, there's a 300% completion. There is a, oh wow, there's a 300% completion bonus for getting everything in extra mode, and in the base game, and in Meta Nightmare mode. No. No, from what I know of, it's just the 200% thing, where you get everything in both the normal game and extra mode, and that's it. Plus, you can't save in Meta Nightmare mode too, so there's no reason for you to be going outright with all this besides bragging rights. Like, at the start of the screen, in Meta Nightmare mode, it's a time attack mode, where you can cheese through the game because of the damage output, but you're going with half health and half your lives. Doing that because I want the extra life, and I want the max health. Thank you. Unga bunga. Ow, ow, ow. Unga bunga. But yeah, with the whole switches thing, you can do this whole thing normally. Oh, I might say, with the whole 100% completion bonus, it's just essentially 200% completion. If you want to go for the whole thing. For Meta Nightmare mode, from what I can see from research, all you have to do is just beat Extra mode. Beat Extra mode and that's it. There we go. But in order for you to get Extra mode, you have to beat the game 100% for the base game. So you do have to get 100% completions one way or another, in order for you to play as Meta Knight. You might be asking, what's the other Meta Knight doing if you're playing as Meta Knight? I don't know. I flat out do not know. Maybe it's just a clone of Meta Knight? I really do not know. There we go. Ow. Okay, I've really got to stop being so reckless with all this. Ow. Yeah, see, even with beating every stage as Meta Knights, not much of minigames besides the whole arena thing. Like, you really don't get much in terms of playing for Meta Knight. It is just an objective speed, time attack mode, and that's it. Yeah. Oh, come on here. What is wrong with me? There we go. And bam! Meta Knight Sword is also good for beating through the wooden pillars, wooden sticks, essentially. So, if you want to go with 100% for Meta Nightmare mode, you can go ahead and do that. Because his sword is good enough to beat down those wooden pillars conclusively. So, any puzzle that requires hammer, you can just use Meta Knight Sword just to get a move on, just to do that. Like, I think there is, like, retro achievements for you to do that. I think? But you can make your own little challenges to look and see how fast can I 100% Meta Nightmare mode, considering he's a glass cannon. Ow! Like, generally, the staff for HAL didn't have to do this. They could have just done the whole standard extra mode shenanigans, and that's it. They didn't have to do this. And I love and appreciate that they went the extra mile to give us this playable Meta Knight. Ow. The only thing Meta Knight can't do is light up rooms. I mean, he can light up a smile. He can light up smiles from people because he's got that aura within him. Then also within his anime voice for Kirby Right Back At Ya, he's got that nice Latino voice. Like, it's that nice voice that gives high school girls, like, their first crush or whatever. Or that sort of whatever. Not first crush kind of thing. Or at least that nice aura factor, you know? That's the way he can light up smiles, but he can't light up a room. You need a light Kirby to do that. Wham, 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 do, do, unga bunga. Unga bunga. See, flat out, Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, nothing. Nothing. I didn't even give him a chance to attack. So if Meta Knight can fly, he can take care of Kracko, no problem. No sweat. It's just me being stupid with the regular levels. Me being a dumb idiot. Me going ungity bungity because I like going unga bunga sometimes. That's the only detriment to me dying so much and getting so many game overs within this extra mode. Ahem. Excuse me, sorry. There we go. Boom. Oh boy. There we go. Slide, and we're good. Like, I could have went with the Switch, but meh. I'm just doing this just for a general showing off the whole thing. Like, if anyone wants me to do the whole Meta Nightmare thing, but going 100% completion, I can try and do that to make it like a nice little stream. Like a stream where I try to at least go and beat my previous time that I've done, and also going for 100% completion bonus. To my recollection, you don't really get anything for doing that. It's just beat the game and that's it. Beat the game as Meta Knight, beat the mode as Meta Knight normally, and the game counts as you doing it. That's it. But if I'm proving wrong by the game itself, then I'll try again some other time. Huh. Ow. Okay, I really thought the bomb would be taken care of by the sword, but okay, I'm proving wrong. Ow. Okay, I gotta stop going unga bunga on mini-bosses. But I can't help it. I love going unga bunga recklessness. Like, when I'm given the power, sometimes I like to turn my brain off and just go unga bunga. Let me be reckless, damn it. Let me activate that primal man urge in my brain that lets me go unga bunga and hit stuff. Really hard with no care for damage to myself or the environment. Also, see? Meta Knight is good for any puzzle in this game. Oh wait, let me see that again. That was a really cool animation. Let me see that again. Ooh, that was a cool one. Okay, that's pretty cool, not gonna lie. That was kind of a cool animation. Because I'm like, what the heck is that? That's pretty cool. Like, he just goes up within the ball, and he just swirls out of with his cape. Now that's aura. Dude's got that aura within him. Like, I think he can combat, like, I'm pretty sure he's up there with Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z of maximum aura farming. Like, he didn't have to do it, he could just aura farm. And that's his strength. Pure, unadulterated aura farming. And he's got the skills to both pay the bills and back up the aura farming. That's what I like. Like, when you aura farm and can have the skills to back up the aura farming, you got my respect. You got my respect right then and there, pal. Oh, right. For Meta Knight, you don't have a dash attack. It's just a standard still sword attack. Same thing in the air. But he does at least move a little bit. Yeah, Meta Knight also moves for every sword slash. He moves a little bit, but you have to move, you know. He does move a teensy bit for his sword slashes, but not by much. Not by much. But yeah, I'm not gonna be that bothered if I miss things, you know? I don't think I even went with this. In the extra mode. No, I don't think I have. Because the simple fact, it really isn't worth it. Because I'm pretty sure it was just extra lives, I think? Yeah, it was just the whole extra lives thing. So there's that. Rather worthless. I mean, in the base game it's rather worthless because it's easy for you to beat it. But in extra mode and Meta Nightmare mode, it's a whole different story. Because extra lives and health would be the name of the game that you want to get. Because it's less health in these two modes. Ow. Ah, shoot. Yep, come on. Ow. Ow. Yeah. Honestly, I'm having a fun time for this Meta Nightmare mode so far. It's really fun. I can really see this game being solid for in terms of completion bonus material. Yep. Gotta be careful with this boss. There we go. Gotta be careful with that mini-boss because it will just throw and yeet you whenever it can, when you're too close to it, so you really have to be careful. Same with Bugsy. Also, yes, I did accidentally complete the same level twice. That was my mistake. That's an oopsie on my end, but yeah. Oops. Ugh, man, it is so weighty just to complete, just to fight with Meta Knights. Normally in the air, he's nimbler within the air. Alright. Round, whatever, against the Meta Knights. Ow. Oh, there is also no pause description thing, it's just giving you a moveset list for Meta Knights. Really thought there'd be like something, like the Masked Knight of Dreamland is out to test his skills against the evils of Dreamland and DDD's antics. But I guess not. Bit of a disappointment, but meh, it's whatever. Ow. Ow! Come on, up you go. There we go, that's better. Ah, shoot, did not see that one coming. This is really good for speedruns if you know what you're doing in terms of the normal game for Kirby's Adventure, essentially. Like, you know where the enemies are, you know where stuff is, you know how Kirby and Meta Knight control, you're gonna have yourself a good time for speedrunning. Due to the simple fact that Meta Nightmare mode is just the speedrun mode. And And I feel that's a good bonus because you've beaten the game twice. As Kirby, here's this new character for you to play with and to tinker around with. To help you get a good feel for him. Ow. In regards to the game itself, when it first came out, yeah, I really had me a good time. First video game I've ever played, first Kirby game I've ever played. Really fun time. Fun times, fun times, fun times, fun times. Eventually I managed to beat Kirby's this game. I don't think I went with extra mode because as a kid I went with, oh, I beaten the main game. Next. Let me just go watch Ed, Edd, and Eddy and Bees as a kid, and that was it. I don't think I really went with 100% completion as a kid. It wasn't up until I was older with this series that I realized, oh hey, 100% completion. More time to play this Kirby game. Fantastic. Fantastic. And that's the mindset I've had ever since. Ever since I realized, oh wow, there is 100% completion for me to do. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Like, besides the final boss, 100% completion is where the true difficulty of a Kirby game actually comes into play. Extra life, thank you. Flat out, it's just trying to get everything in due time and beating the final boss. And also the arena and true arena as well. That make it the more difficult aspects of playing a Kirby game. Oh boy, I really, really hate flying with Meta Knight in this aspect. It feels so weighty. But this is the first time you actually do get to play as Meta Knight instead of fighting him. So this is just more the experimental rough draft, which will become the more smoother, more definitive Meta Knight experience for gameplay. Ow! Damn! Even the up, the down slashers are good too. Unga bunga, unga bunga. Hit you down and strike you down. And strike you out. Hup. Ow! Well, at least in this, I'm doing good progress. It's just the bad points for this is just that it's the rough draft for playing as Meta Knight, is what I'm seeing with this gameplay experience. It is flat out a rough draft to what you'll be playing having for a Meta Knight experience later on. Down we go. There we go. Da-da-dum, dum-da-da-dum, dum-dum. If I'm not mistaken, you can actually still go back within previous worlds and play them for their levels when you're missing a switch when you're playing in the Meta Nightmare mode. So that does help at the very least. Like, if you want to really be bothered going with the 100% completion bonus, so there is that at the very least. Seriously, even swimming for Meta Knight is actually not super clunky. It's the same exact weight and feel that you get playing as Kirby. It's just flying for it's just the whole aspect of flying that makes it so weighty. Like you're trying to jump with full-on weighted clothing. Like you're not an anime character, so jumping and running with weighted clothing will be difficult. And what I mean by weighted clothing, I mean like maybe 10, 15 pounds for clothes. Maybe 20 tops for weighted clothes. Ow! Like, it just really feels bulky. Is just my main complaint with all this. But I'm having a fun time with all this. It's a fun time. It's your actual first time playing as Meta Knight. Like, people may be thinking, oh, it's Kirby Superstar Ultra that you get the chance to play as Meta Knight, or Kirby Canvas Curse on the DS that you technically get to play as Meta Knight in a Kirby game. No. In this game alone, this is your first time that you get to actually play as the Masked Knight. The Masked Knight himself. And I gotta say, it's a good rough draft. The only thing that's bad is just his flying controls, but it's a fun time. You get to tear ass through everything like a madman, like a anime masked swordsman madman. Ow. And that's one thing I also loved doing as a kid also. Like, as a kid, like, on TV, that's the thing that people watched before they had Netflix. And between commercials, you know, that one thing that people couldn't skip before they were bombarded with AI porn and other slop. Flat out, a full-on movie trailer is not a commercial. Come on here, YouTube. Like, you're telling me a full-on 5-minute movie trailer counts as an ad for me to have in my YouTube videos. Come on here, what are we doing here? I get you want to make money because even though YouTube makes money, spends money, and makes it back, it's still stupid. But anyway, regardless, as a kid, I remember watching the Kirby anime. It was a fun time. Then also, as a kid, I just flat out played with my Game Boy Advance in the basement where I had a TV. Like, I didn't have the basement as my room. Like, the basement was just a common room. Like, you go downstairs to go do your clothes, and whatever that sort. It was like Friday nights, and then for me to at least relax in the basement or whatever, like after school, after doing homework and whatever, as a kid. And then from there, I just played with my Game Boy Advance. And then I just remembered having fun memories just watching old Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network cartoons while playing my Game Boy Advance, which translated into Game Boy Advance SP. Ow. Ugh. Okay, I really have to fly through this section. I don't feel like redoing... Ow! The whole thing, over and over again. Also, that's one move Fire Kirby never gotten to this day. The ability to spit out a single fireball to use as a projectile. The closest thing Kirby has is for projectile for fire is just launching himself as a fireball. And that's it. Kind of weird that it wasn't updated in part of the moveset, but okay. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. Gotta pay attention, got to pay attention. Ow. Oh, come on here. Oh, come the hell on here. Ugh. Yeah, I never got what the heck is up with Yogurt Yard's deal. Is it like a mountain range? I'm guessing it is. I'm guessing this is like the mountain level of the game. Because that's the best explanation I can have. Like, it's a mountain yard, like a mountain cliffside, whatever, right, I guess. Because Grape Gardens is more of the sky, Butter Building is obvious, Ice Cream Island is the obvious, everything else is the obvious thing, so I guess that just leaves Yogurt Yard to be a mountain yard. A whole bunch of mountains and what have you. Like mountains, caves, maybe the occasional water level in between. That's about it. for Yogurt Yard. Do 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 do. Ugh, really hate the flying here, but what are you gonna do? Okay, that's a trap, because that requires burning, and that's kind of like, oh, I get a life to spend a life, so that's kind of worthless. Especially with how weighty the jumps are. Yeah, that's kind of a trap. Yep, definite trap right there. Yes. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, I think the moves Meta Knight has within this playable mode are the same moves that he uses for the fight that you have against him. Like, he runs, he jumps, he has the downward slash, he has the upward... Yeah, this is the exact same moves that Meta Knight has within the boss fight you have against him. So it kind of just debunks the whole meme of, oh, the boss's movements and personality and attacks when you fight against him, and then when you finally get to play as the boss, it's just completely nerfed. No, what you see is what you get from Meta Knight. Except the damage is a lot more. Ow. Alright, just had to lock in for a second for that one, because that got kind of annoying. Ugh. Oh boy. Yeah. Oop. Whew. Oh, give me that health, please. Give me that health. Thank you. Seriously, I needed that thing like yesterday. Also, I don't really need to press the switch because I already got max health already. Oof. That's better. Going all the way down. Perfect. Perfect jump down slash, and there we go. On with the game. Ow! Yeah, there we go. Whew. Okay, up we go. With the Meta Nightmare mode, this is exclusive to Return with Nightmare in Dreamland. Because in the Eulogy at Kirby's Adventure, there's just beat the game, have extra mode, have the minigames, have the boss rush, and that's it. But with this is just another way to play the game, but with a new character. Bad Lion. Bad. Oh, there's like 2 ways to go about that. Okay. Oh, well. Yeah. At least I'm making good-ish time on this whole thing. I just have to redo that whole mini-boss rush again. Ugh. Ow! Damn it. Ugh. Alright, there we go. Bit more progress. Dash down. Oh boy. I don't think I've been in that part of the level. Down we go again. There. Wait, oh, damn it, I did it again. Oops. I played the same level twice. That is my mistake. I'm very sorry about that. Like, I noticed that in Butter Building, and now I'm doing it again here. That is my bad. Oops. Like, I generally thought, oh, I didn't really beat that level before. Let me at least double check. No, I beat it before. I got that one done and dealt with. That is my mistake. Sorry about that. Come on, let me go down. There we go. Ow. There we go. If I'm not mistaken, Meta Knight still remains stronger than Kirby the Aspect every time he plays him in the side mode. Like, it was Meta Nightmare within the Robobot thing for the 3DS, where he's stronger than Kirby and can deal more damage. Yeah, and he's also a lot faster, too. And I think in Superstar Ultra it's the same deal. I think so. But I think they may have just given him, oh, it's just standard sword Kirby damage instead of the heavy hitter damage. I think. I could be wrong with that. Ow. Do. Okay, I'm only doing this because I need the extra health and another life. When you press the switch, you get all your health back, and yeah, I really just needed an extra life and more health. Thank you. Really helps in regards to the later levels. And Yogurt Yard, time to take care of Heavy Mole. Also, one big thing, since Meta Knight is basically the hammer ability all boiled up into one, the same dangers of using hammer against Heavy Mole are also the same as well. Ow. Except you have less health. Ah. Unga bunga, let's take care of this whole thing. There. And since this is aisle 6, and we'll be taking care of Meta Knights as Meta Knights. Yeah, try to wrap your head around that. I think it's because they didn't realize, oh shoot, you're playing as Meta Knights, but you're also beating Meta Knights as Meta Knights. Okay. I mean, yeah, don't think about it too hard. Yeah, just don't. Just don't. There we go, extra life. And my health back, thank you. Moving on. Ow. Okay, I got me 5 lives, and I'm good. Ow. Soon to be 4. Yeah, soon to be 4 lives. Oh boy. Ow. Okay, there we go. Ow! Give me that health. Thank you. Ow! Okay, I know this is a switch puzzle, so I'll be a-okay. Just to beat the switch puzzle, because I just need my health back. That's it. There we go, just need that. And we're good. So if you're really low on health, and if you know which level is the switch puzzle, has a switch, then you can just flat out go out of your way just to get to a switch room. Because activating a switch replenishes you of your health when you're in a pinch, which helps out in extra mode and in Meta Nightmare mode, since you're running on low health all the way through. Ooh. Ow. Ooh. Huh. Ow. I remember the first time I've ever beaten Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland as a kid. It was a fun time. I realized, wait a minute, that guy who was bad? He wasn't bad all along. It was just some fat guy just doing the right thing. It was just taken way out of context. Then I just loved the game too, also. Mostly because I just get to be a little reckless. Like a reckless gremlin going unga bunga with the likes of Backdrop and burning, essentially. Like just a reckless gremlin person. Just doing what I want. Just going out there and beating bad guys. Ow. Ow. Okay, just gonna go with the switch puzzle because I want my health back. There we go. Ow! No! Frick. Well, that was a pointless waste of time. That was great. Ugh. Funny enough, the wings don't do any damage to enemies. This is before the likes of when they put the aspect of Meta Knight's kit, where his wings can actually do damage. So in this particular entry, the wings don't do anything worth of damage. Like, let's say you're flying near an enemy in a modern Kirby game. Meta Knight's wings actually do damage on the enemy, but not in this case. Hup. There we go. Halfway done. And almost done with Meta Nightmare mode. Yeah, if you know what you're doing, or if you're just a reckless person, then you can take care of Meta Nightmare mode in just a couple hours. Like, it's just extra mode, but you get to do more damage in return. Ow. Ow! But, oh, no, no you don't. Whew. But yeah, I really like the feel of the Wii U gamepad. It's a nice feel in the hands. Not too cumbersome, not too small where I feel like my hands could snap this thing in half and give it the Thanos treatment. And the aspect of, oh, I grabbed the controller way too hard, or just give it a bit of a too firm of a grasp, and this thing is now turned to dust, kind of thing. Like, it feels stupidly right on my hands. Like, it feels just as good as a Pro Controller does. Ooh, oh boy. Good thing I grabbed those extra lives, which really helps out with the rest of the game. Especially with the mini-boss rush, Meta Knight, clone fights, and also DDD. Oh, whoa, boy! Nuts. Exploding coconuts. Because that's what they are. They're coconuts, but they're explosive coconuts. Really gives a new meaning to put the lime in the coconut and shake it all around. That is one pina colada you do not want to have. Unless you're into explosive drinks. Taken literally. Alright, Meta Knight controls with ice physics, that's fun. Ugh. Thankfully, this is the last world that has to deal with the Meta Knights being a goon boss rush. Whew. Oh no, no you don't. Not dealing with that shit. Nope. Whew, okay then. Hup, okay. Oh, ow. Hup. Whew. Okay. Ow, come on here. Give me a break here. Ugh. Ow. Alright. Ow, come on here. Whoa. Whew. Oh no, I have to go back around. Oh no. Whew. Okay, that's good. Whew. Whew. Ow. Whew. Good. Alright, let's go. Ice physics plus invincibility candy where you're just running equals a good thing for me. But I do need that extra life. I desperately need that. Ugh. And here we go, the last one. Ow. Good thing I grabbed it. Yeah, so that's done and dealt with. Okay, on to the last world, Rainbow Resort. Ow. Ugh. Funny enough, you can tear ass through every boss in the game as Meta Knight, except for Meta Knight himself, which makes sense. Like, the only thing that can give Meta Knight a challenge is Meta Knight himself. Yeah, I don't think they'll make an evil version of Meta Knight anytime soon. He seems really honorable. Yeah, he seems like a good guy. Good guy. There we go. Okay, let's go with this. Because I just want to get me a move on, and me trying to run won't be good for me. Let's try this. Let me at least try this whole thing as Meta Knight. And that's how it's done, baby. Couple deaths, but no game overs either. Nice, nicey nice. Now, if I had more health, then I'd be tearing through butt. I'd be tearing through that whole entire tower like it was literal, like a searing hot knife on butter. I'd be tearing butt so hard, flat out. It's like the mini bosses just be like wet tissue paper, and I'd just be prime for the ripping, and they'd be prime for being torn through. Like, they'd be more wrecked than wet tissue paper, essentially. But not the case. They gotta at least balance things out somehow. Well, because the simple fact, if Meta Knight did have a full set of health, a full set of 6 health bars, then this entire mode can be blitzed through and broken. So I do admire them giving Meta Knight half the health, and just an extra mode, but you get to do more damage, and you don't need to have an ability, since it's given to you straight up from the get-go. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's go. do that. Get through here. I have a few extra lives, so that helps me out a lot. Ow. I have 5 lives, so I'll be a-okay. For now. 4 lives, but I'll still be a-okay. Go away, ball. No one likes using you. Flat out, if they give if they give Ball a more upgraded tool set, like have Kirby playing with different types of sports balls, like for a tackle, Kirby dons a football hat and he just charges through enemies like a Wario-inspired shoulder barge, where he just dons full-on football gear, like a football helmet with the makeup, the little smear paints that he puts on his cheeks, and just barges through at the sound of a football whistle. That'd be cool. And then just for sake of recovery, like he still has the average floating, but with the jump, he has a basketball jump. Like he jumps like Shaquille O'Neal, and then he just jumps and dunks. Like it's a high risk, high reward kind of thing. Like he jumps like he has a hitbox, like Kirby's hitbox is himself, but he has a bit of super armor throughout the entirety of the jump, where he jumps, but then he goes straight down like a straight up dunk, like the power dunk that Terry has in King of Fighters or Fatal Fury. That'd be cool to see. Like, I would flat out love to at least see like an improvised rendition of Ball Kirby. But instead of turning Kirby into a ball, he uses sports as a means of the whole motif. Like it's the shoulder barge for football, and then for a dash attack or a jump attack, Kirby just dons soccer gear. Like it's just soccer attire. Like he has like a soccer jersey, the whole 9 yards with that whole thing. Whoa! Whew. Like that's the whole 9 yards. Like Kirby just gets the whole 9 yards essentially. And then for far range attacks, Kirby actually can either do pickleball, tennis, or baseball essentially. The sky's the limit for Ball Kirby, essentially. Like, Ball Kirby, like, up close and personal, he dons a baseball hat. Like, he dons, like if Hal wants to be cheeky, he dons Ness's baseball cap, and maybe, like, the Gutsy bat from Earthbound, where it does damage, but it actually does hit or something. Like, one of the more legendary bats that Ness has on him. Essentially, like, he just does that for baseball like, for the baseball move. Like, up close and personal, where he just dons the baseball hat. Ow! Like, he dons a baseball cap, and just uses the baseball up close and personal, and then the baseball itself just bounces and does good far-range damage. And then from there, it's just the baseball, and then he just uses the baseball just to club on enemies. And then it's just the soccer ball for more far-range stuff. Like, all of them use different balls. All of them use different sports. Essentially, like, the football thing, like, have Kirby use a football, and then when he does the shoulder barge, the football also does damage too. But it just goes in its own separate directions or whatever for each specific ball. Like, the baseball goes like, the soccer ball goes faster, the baseball does blah 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 blah, and all that sort. And I think for, like, racquetball or whatever, for racquetball Kirby, for that particular thing, like, maybe for pickleball or tennis, like, it's more the balanced baseball move or something like that, because the simple fact tennis can't be tough for balls, but, you know, it's not as strength-heavy as, say, baseball or football. Like, maybe that, or cricket? But we got football Kirby for the nice, meaty shoulder tackle to do the good amounts of damage. And then when Kirby just throws the football in the air, he just still does the shoulder tackle in the air, but for maybe like a bit of less distance. Like for a high risk, high reward thing, you rely on the football for the kickoff for the football, and then you aim the football, and then from there Kirby automatically shoulder tackle towards the enemy like a homing tackle, based on the direction that you throw the ball at, essentially. Because if they can make Yo-Yo into something cool, and clean Kirby into something viable, potentially viable, then Ball Kirby can just be modeled after sports. But flat out, just have Ball Kirby, but modeled after different sports, like tennis, football, soccer. And that's the whole 9 yards for Ball Kirby. I just thought of this just now, like, having be modeled after different sports, like, essentially just that. And then, like, with baseball, it's like 3 strikes and then you're out. 3 strikes, and then Kirby throws the baseball bat, like, Kirby gets a little angry. Then he throws the baseball bat at enemies, like the hammer throw from Hammer Kirby, and that's it. Oh, and also the last fight is DDD. Nice! Nicey, nicey, nice. And Meta Nightmare mode is done. So what else is there to do, now that Meta Nightmare mode is done and dealt with? Oh, the other 4 minigames, if I should be precise. Quick Draw, Bomb Rally, Kirby's Air Grind, and Boss Endurance. Let's try level 1 for Quick Draw. Okay, up next is Bomb Rally, where the main goal is just for you to hit a bomb at the precise time with the A button and have that be someone else's problem. Ow. On different levels, it'll be harder for you to do because of the reaction time. Same with same with Quick Draw. Because Quick Draw is essentially just Samurai Kirby. But Quick Draw was the name of the original game in Kirby's Adventure. But Quick Draw went by a different setting. Quick Draw was when everyone had guns, and it was a Wild West cowboy setting. And I'm pretty much sure that won't really fly. Especially in the GBA era. Like, it's just, oh, here's Kirby being cute. Why does he have a gun, mommy? So, yeah. Kinda sucks, but technically Quick Draw did make return with Kirby having guns and a Wild West setting. Ah! You know, that's the perfect React image. Just have that sprite of Kirby just... I guess. And Kirby's Air Grind. I could at least go for level 3 because I remember being being really skilled at this one. Like, it's just the sake of timing when you get off the blackened bits for the rails, for you to get an extra speed boost. And then the black ones really just kill your speed and momentum. Ah! Doing really good so far. Just really gotta be careful. Oh boy. Ow. Ooh. There we go. Whew. That was a tough one. Ugh. Let me check on those votes for that poll. Still 2 votes. It's still 2 votes on that one, but meh. And last but not least, to round things up is Boss Endurance. A hard and lonely road. You can also do all these minigames multiplayer or single player, but Meta Nightmare mode is just essentially single player. Save Dreamland as Meta Knight. Ready, set, draw, swing your paddle, hit the bomb. Kirby's Air Grind, join the rail battle in the skies. And Boss Endurance, you can either do this multiplayer or single player. Fight the bosses and beat them. Simple enough. Boss Endurance, the 8 bosses are back. Kirby must face all 8 bosses at once. Why? Who are you fighting for? Oh, oh wait, let me read this again. Boss Endurance. The bosses are back. Kirby must face all 8 bosses one at a time. Why? Who are you fighting for? Oh, Kirby, what will you do? Okay, at least I reached halfway there with that. I'm gonna try again with all this and just remain quiet so that way I can lock in and beat Boss Endurance, because I don't think I've ever really beaten Boss Endurance for Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland or Amazing Mirror, basically. Really with that? Really? Okay, I can try it again. I'm gonna log in again just to try and about this. Because I got pretty close. That's actually the closest I've ever gotten. Because most of the time from recollection from childhood, I've mostly just died at Krakow, and then I just called it a day as a kid, but no, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in, and I'm not gonna give up on this. I'm gonna make sure I can at least get through at least to DDD or to Nightmare, and then I'll end the stream from there. No matter how long it takes. No matter how long it takes. Oh, right, I forgot about that part. Ugh. I forgot about that aspect of Heavy Mole where you really have to be careful with Heavy Mole. And, yeah. Yeah. Damn it. Okay. Gotta at least give this a few more tries because Heavy Mole be kind of a heavy jerk bag with that whole thing. Like, really with this? Really? Really? Alright. Okay, I'm gonna at least try and get past Heavy Mole and get to Meta Knight, if not DDD or Nightmare at the very least. And there we go! Boss Endurance done, and that's my first time actually doing this for Nightmare in Dreamland 2. Whew, it's a tough 8.5 minutes, and took me a few retries, but I actually got it done. You're the champion! Hell yeah, I am! Whew. So that's everything done. Boss Endurance, Kirby's Air Grind, Quick Draw Rally, Meta Nightmare Mode. Everything done. Within Sound Test for Kirby games, you can just listen to every single sound and sound effect in the entire game. And what I mean by sound effects, every single sound effect in the entire game. 273 sound effects, and a total of 43 songs. All for you to listen to. Got a favorite sound effect? You can play it here over and over again. Got a favorite track? You can do that as well. Oh, I'm quite fond of this particular little song. Also, I just saw your comments within the stream, rsong3166, and yeah, thank you for the kind comments, that means a lot. But yeah, addressing your comments at the end of part 2 for the stream, yeah, I know about it. I just wanted to not spoil things at the end of the stream for people who were still at least watching or just signed off, basically, you know? Like, I at least know about the 100% stuff, I know about the Meta Nightmare stuff, but I just wanted to at least, you know, give them a nice little surprise, essentially. Whew. Wait, 3 hours? Damn, okay. 3 hours doing Kirby, nice! Although... what's the longest I've done? Let me see here, because I know I've done an Earthbound stream I've done... let's see, 3 hours, 46... yeah, I've done that. Let's see... oh, 5 hours! Oh no, this stream ain't gonna be beating 5 hours. No, but not in any way. It's one of the longer streams I've done in a long while, actually. Some of them might be like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours or so, but not in this case. Maybe like 3 hours and 15 minutes or so. Whew. But yeah, I can take full-on bragging rights to know everything is completed, all with said within done. Whew. But yeah, my memories with Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland are really fond. Like, you never forget your first. You never forget the very first series you played, the first video game that you played, and the first gaming character you fell in love with. That's basically your favorite. Some might say Mario, some might say Sonic, Master Chief, Doomslayer. My favorite is Kirby, as if you've seen by the literal profile pic I've had on both YouTube and my Twitch, and also on Instagram as well. Kirby is just essentially my favorite because I love the games, I love the franchise. It's a good, easygoing franchise with some good meat behind its bones. That meat going if you're wanting to go for a 100% completion bonus, or the more of the boss rematches in the arena, like the true arenas and what have you. And I love the abilities too, like they're really cute and creative, and it's like a simple premise, but it lets you be really creative, you know? Like, one ability can be flat out worthless 1 minute, and then another, with some revisions and some tweaking, and some reworkings and tweakings, it can be a labor of love and actually be a decent ability. Flat out, I honestly had Clean Kirby as the worst ability ever because in Dreamland 3, all it did was just a simple broom sweep attack. Like, and even then, it can't be a useful close-range attack because that broom sweep doesn't really do much of anything. Like, it only just accomplishes a few of the things to get done for the Love Stick, the thing to beat Dark Matter with in the game, and that's it. But in Kirby Star Allies, it got reworked into something decent. Like, it features some of the animal buddies. It's pretty good. Like, it's a decent ability, I'll be quite honest. Like, as an ability, I will say it's pretty decent. Like, it's decent, it's not really beating out the heavy hitters for boss reliance, I should say, in all honesty. But it got reworked into something decent. Same with Sleep. Like, Sleep Kirby got reworked into something that can help you restore health. And, like, it can restore health, it can give maybe some buffs within Forgotten Land, and it got a nice full-on move reset within Kirby Battle Royale. So yeah, like for now, the most useless ability is Light and Ball as well, I'll have to be honest. Metal, I feel, is clunky but can be reworked into something good, like maybe like a more metalized or robotic version of the mech ability from Kirby Return to Dreamland DX on the Switch. Like, Metal can be worked into that, like have Metal Kirby be running by turning his legs into treads, like from a tank. And then have his arm be like a Mega Buster or something, and just have him shoot, and then have him aim with eyes that can become lasers, all that fun stuff, you know? Like, turn Kirby into an actual battle mech. Like, mech is just like, oh, it's just, like, from your animes or whatever. And then Metal Kirby can just be worked into, like, an actual fighting mech. That could be pretty cool. To be honest, I feel that could be worked into something. And then as a kid with Kirby, I just also watched the anime Kirby Right Back At Ya, or Hoshin Wakabi of the Stars, which is what it was called in Japan. And flat out, I just loved the hell out of that anime. Like, I feel, aside from the Mario movie and the Sonic trilogy, Kirby has had a really good adaptation with going from games into animation because the anime, whether subbed or dubbed, it's a good time had by all because the voice acting for the sub is fantastic. Like, Meta Knight's English voice is pretty good. Like, I feel like that's something that can be good Tumblr bait. Like, oh wow, this guy's so dreamy, this guy has such a great voice. Bam, Meta Knight fits all those categories into one nice little package. Like, he's a tragic hero with a dark backstory. All his comrades were dead from an ancient, long-time war. He's one of the last members of his species, and he's training the up-and-coming new member of his own species to fight the war that he himself couldn't finish. And he has that cool mask, and his voice, and everything of that sort. Like, it's not just the voice that he has within the anime, but also his voice in Smash Brothers as well. And flat out, there's also a little commercial that it had that I just flat out love. Ahem. And it goes like... He's a man of many, many faces. He may be pink, but he's really dangerous. Every enemy he meets is another bad guy for Kirby to beat. And he takes on all the powers. Kirby, Nightmare Dreamland, Kirby, Nightmare Dreamland, Kirby. Beating up the bad guys and taking away all their powers. Yeah, that's the commercial for Nightmare in Dreamland. That's how it was within there. Whew. I thought I wanted to at least sing that little thing before I ended the stream. Like a nice little thing to end things from there. And I feel that's a good way to end things from there. I am FODV93 and this has been Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland. And there will be some more additional content, like maybe just clipping the whole boss endurance thing, anything else, and obviously the best of. I'm FODV93 and I'll see you all later for the next additional thing. Have a nice night and I'll see you all later. Bye.